Y'all, some fighting viewpoints of RoBs Inferno while it burns. So shout out to my guys and goddesses, non-high vibrational human beings. You know what the fuck it is. I'm back. Like cook prep. You already know. So today we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about like not loving yourself, signs of what that is. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna let y'all know. I love myself, but it's times that I don't love myself as much, right? Because I'm just fighting like a lot of stuff, but it's like signs. But even to some of the signs and stuff that I'm about to tell y'all, a lot of that stuff doesn't associate with me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be doing certain things that show like I don't love myself, but it's from a standpoint of like everything. I'm in a monetary system, and my money isn't all the way right where I need it to be right now. So, and one of the things that when you don't love yourself, well, first off, I'm gonna say this: if you ever get a woman, or you so-called have yourself taken a woman from a man or anything like that, we know. Well, you would think a lot of people know, but a lot of people don't know. You can't take a woman from somebody. You know, all you did was fix. All you did was take his problem. If you took anything, you took his problem. You didn't take his girl, because the same way, and how that woman was acting towards that man, even if she was telling you lies and she was sugarcoating shit, making it seem like that man was the problem, that same stuff that she covered up for what she was actually doing, but try to make it seem like he was doing, she's going to do to you also, you know, and you're going to see it in due time. And it always happens. It pops out. And then, because like I told you, a lot of these situations, a lot of these women are looking for a place to stay. They always talk about like men doing that stuff. I never been one of them type of niggas. I went through my homelessness or whatever. I faced everything head on, because I'm not like a user type nigga like that. But like a lot of men are like that, but a lot of women are like that also. And I feel like I need to talk about it, because it gets covered up with a lot of women not being seen in that manner like that, because a lot of men want sex. And if the woman is throwing it and the man is attracted to her, you know, she's able to dictate sex in that manner, for which if she's offering her body, you know, he knows that she 9 times out of 10 is going to be expecting a place to live also. You know what I'm saying? If he sees that she doesn't have that, if he's not already presenting himself. You hear what I'm saying? But it's going to be in a form of whatever lies that she tells him, he's going to go along with. Y'all know how stuff is fresh in the beginning, you know? Y'all know how them freshly baked lies come about. Y'all know how they come about. You know what I'm saying? Usually women like this, a lot of women will go through like a lot of STDs, some that they can get that they are able to leave, like it's curable, some that's not. A lot of these women will have, you know, multiple abortions, miscarriages, and they're just running from spot to spot, from man to man. Now the mother of my child, she's been hopping from property to property and shit. Different men hopping from dick to dick. But well, when you hear that, like you see that post when the guy said, it's this one guy on TikTok, y'all, and he was like, when your girl cheat, don't you ever take her back. He's like real mad, you can tell and shit. He's like, she's hopping from dick to dick to dick to dick to dick. He was saying it in an emotional state, but really what he's saying is that woman is in love. She doesn't have self-love, so she's pretending with every other new guy that she sees, already sexually active, quick and everything, reckless sex. And y'all know how sex makes the lies even more bakeable. You know what I'm saying? Sex makes them lies bakeable, because you don't really know the person, you know. And not a lot of people can read people's energy like that to see how they are beforehand. You feel me? So like when them bakery lies come about, you know, a lot of times, you know, women will be pillow talking, right? A man will catch on to that shit. Like, damn, why you always talking about this nigga? You know? Why you always talking about this nigga? Ain't you over that nigga? I thought you didn't want him, you know? And then a lot of times these females will get stalked on, because a nigga want to figure out. Figure out not only is she still watching a person and still associated with the person that she so-called was talking shit about, still stalking from fake pages and stuff, but she also being a hoe still, you know. A lot of these women are in these cycles, but the finger doesn't get pointed to women in these cycles because they're a woman. You know what I mean? A nigga will even dumb it down and be like, oh, she's just a hoe, but a nigga won't say like she's a hoe and she's running from house to house. You know what I mean? I know it's a lot of people that this fits, you know what I mean, in general. But I know exactly who it fits though, and it's like I said, like you can't go around doing that to people, and we know it all comes from a place of not wanting to heal trauma, right? We're really trauma bonding with people, and then people don't want to heal, and when they don't want to heal, they end up hurting everybody that they come in contact with, you know, because they're not ready to heal. They're like a walking tower. They become toxic as shit. Where it's like every person that they get with is either gonna leave them. It's gonna leave them because they're gonna find out their ways, or if they don't leave them, at that moment and find out their ways, that person is gonna leave them. You get what I'm saying? Let me explain to y'all. Hold up real quick. Let me explain to y'all. All right, enjoy your day. Good seeing you as always. I appreciate it. Yeah, so how this comes about is like this. I'm about to put y'all on game. How this comes about is like this. So, like I was saying, so usually how this comes about, everything always comes to the forefront. So it's really sad how this comes about because, like I said, I know it's from a standpoint of like trauma, like any negativity, low vibrational way of us acting, or anybody damn near. I guarantee you it's something from anybody's childhood, you know, because we all was a child once, and a lot of us as adults didn't heal our childhood wounds. Now, one of the most craziest things to not have healed is anything dealing with like molestation, child abuse, and anything sexual. That's something that could be like more serious than some of the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, regardless of whether you have sexual discipline with your body or not, you know, a baby can come about even if you have a condom. Diseases come about, STDs. A lot more comes about than even just regular emotions and feelings, which can also bring trouble. But like I was saying, a lot of these women, you know, they're looking for a place to stay and they use their body, you know. And they'll love bomb a man and thinking, because most of these men in these situations, they thinking like they got a dime piece, you know, she throwing sex right, she doing this right, she love bombing me, and then by the time you find out how she is, she was already planning for your replacement, the same way how you took her from the other person or from me, you know what I'm saying? And you see these same cycles with like a lot of women. Like, I was just literally seeing all the properties and stuff associated with my baby mother, and I just shook my head because I already knew. You know what I'm saying? I already knew everything. I already knew she was out here still having sex. I already knew she was out here still being a hoe and still trying to cover her tracks as if she wasn't trying to be a hoe and trying to find out how she could still come in and stuff. You know what I mean? Or, you know, one of her first attacks was just like time alone. And she see, like, it's been 5 years I'm standing on business. Like, I don't play that shit. Like, it's a respect thing at the end of the day. Like, and not only is it a respect thing, but a lot of people don't realize when like a person really, really loves you, when a person really, really cares about you, you get what I'm saying? That's not like you just doing that type of way of activity to like a regular person. You know what I'm saying? It's not even anger. It's anger at first because of shock and disappointment, like together. Like you don't think that person would even do that. But after that dies out, this is why they say like the person, you don't see the person the same. And then they look at you and they see like, they'll say to you like you're different. You know, they'll never get that you again because you see them in the light of their mistakes, in which if they was being honest about them, they probably not weaponizing them towards you. Y'all possibly could have still been a thing. I still could have flourished. But because of that betrayal, not even telling you about being honest, being vulnerable, one of the biggest things in a relationship, being vulnerable about whatever it is. We all got problems, so nobody's perfect, so you should already, even more so, that should make you feel more comfortable with explaining this to your partner. But depending on the problem, especially anything involving sex and stuff, that's a very serious thing that a lot of women and men don't want to talk about. and say they have a sexual addiction or they can't control their sexual behavior sexually. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. That's like the biggest thing of ending of a lot of relationships though. You know? Because whether you're doing it behind a person's back or not, if you're on that type of activity with a person, they're gonna find out. Yeah, one thing they don't say is a lot of these chicks be bums too. Yup, they do, yo. A lot of them do. You know? I hate to say it, but the sex is one fast way how you know. A woman that really respects herself, I'm not saying that you can't get sex on her first day from a woman that's not a hoe, but majority wise, I'm telling you, a woman that really respects herself, I don't care how much she's into you, how much she's attracted to you, it's still stuff that she should be wanting to figure out about you before she gives her body to you. It's not going to be just about your money, superficial stuff, what you telling her, how good you can sex her, and she just throws at you like that. She's going to have more respect for herself. You know, she don't even want to do that to even make herself look like she's fast, especially if she really cares about you and she feels like you got respect for yourself. Because then she would see that you wouldn't want a woman like that, even if she's not really like that. She wouldn't even risk that. She'd be like, I'd rather just do this the right way and take my time. You know, especially if he cares about me, he's trying to be with me. That shouldn't be a problem anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of these women, like, they think that they're running game, but really they think that they're playing a person. And it always usually happens to a person that really, really cares about them. And that's what usually makes them feel it. Because it's not like them doing that same activity to the other people that they did to them prior. You get what I'm saying? And that's something that they got to live with for the rest of their life, whether they say it or not. I already know how it goes. So it's like, it's really sad though, y'all. It really is. At that moment, it's just, everything is carnage, you know? That's why they say, like, that cheating stuff and everything, it's not even worth the risk. Because 9 times out of 10, most people don't be cheating on people and expecting to still be in love with them or fall in love with them. Or it's like an illusion. They was in love from the jump, but now they so in love with them now that that person sees them for who they are, and now they got boundaries up and they can't come in. There's nothing they can do, you know? It's really sad, but, you know, a sexually driven woman is a dangerous woman. You know, a very dangerous woman. You know, so like I said, I'm telling y'all this in general, but I mean this applies to the mother of my child. You know what I'm saying? In all her ways and stuff like that. Even in how she's still trying to make herself now seem like she's not like that. I see through all of her lies though. I know it all. You know, and I'm not even gonna say I'm gonna wait for you to tell me, because whether you tell me or not, I don't give a fuck no more, because I don't even want you. I don't even see you like that. I'm not sexually attracted to you. I don't want to be your friend. None of that. You lost complete access to me with your choices and disrespected me. You know, and you got to live with that. I'm gonna make you live that for the rest of your life for playing with me. You know, but yeah, y'all, like, it's a lot of times in these situations, it's like you gotta think about it. If a woman doesn't love herself, it's going to show in a lot of ways faster in a woman than it even would in a man. The reason why I say that, because it's a lot more nurturing qualities with a woman that when she's bright and when she's shining, you see it. It's like you can't unsee it. You know that what do they say? I can never say the word. The pheromones or whatever that women give off. That shit is even stronger, you know? And that's a lot of things. A lot of people think like it's stronger when a woman is more sexually based. Nah, when she is really attractive, but she knows her body and she's not having a whole bunch of different DNA from a whole bunch of different men in her, it shows, you know? It shows. So I'm telling y'all this, man. Be careful who y'all end up with, man. Nobody. And not only this, if you happen to be in a situation like this, I'm gonna tell you, anybody that's laughing or anything and any connection to you, cut them completely off. Finito. They're just as bad as her or him. Cut them off immediately, because anybody that's laughing at somebody that got cheated on or winning a divorce or their family's destroyed, they got just as much as a low vibration as the person that hurt you. You know, whether they even messed with that person too or not. You know, for real. So that's why they gotta get cut off too. You know, you gotta get them like big. Y'all know like them big scissors when they cut the thing when like a building opens up when they're about to open a new business or whatever. You know how they got the big scissors and they just do their one chop. You gotta do it like that. You gotta do that with everybody, like chop, 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 chop. Start chopping motherfuckers off. You know. For real, I'm telling y'all no lies. Cause that's how it was with me. I said, oh, niggas want to play with me like this? Okay, niggas don't know I got the Lord scissors. All right, I chopped my baby mother. I chopped her ass off and she fell. And then I chopped everybody connected to her. Shit, I started chopping people off that I knew that she messed with, that she didn't even think I know that she messed with. I started just chopping everybody. You know what I'm saying? Mark, I'm all right, man. I made it through the night. I got harassed by the slave catchers in the middle of the night, and one of the cop was a goddess. I just respected her divinity, and I know it hurt her seeing us in that situation because she seen me and then she seen like 3 other black men and shit. But it's all right. Enjoy the rest of your day. God is peace, power, abundance to you. Value and respect you. Enjoy the rest of your day, God. Yeah, y'all. So, no, when I'm telling y'all about this, it's a real thing. It's like, and it's crazy how women want to come back when that shit happens because you gotta think about it from a man's standpoint. Once I know you're a hoe and you've been ran through, why the fuck would I want to stop it? I realized I was getting seconds when I was with you. Why the fuck would I get seconds now that I know what the fuck I was in? And I shouldn't even have been in that. And then you even fuck more people, suck more dicks. Like, you think that these women are crazy, y'all. And it's like, when you really think about it, a lot of these women, they want to be with a man that they can break down so much. Because that's what's happening to you. When you accept that type of shit, and then you take them back and shit, you're disrespecting yourself, and you're allowing for them to disrespect you even more. Because the more that they do that, and you be with them, and act like it's not disrespect, the more comfortable they're gonna feel doing it. Because that's how my baby mother was. When I called her, I remember like the first stuff I started calling her out on, and it was like I let it slide because I was still rocking with her, even though I went on her about it. She started getting more comfortable doing it to your point that she was cheating so much. She just didn't even give a fuck, you know? Coming back, kissing the baby, kissing me. You know how gross that is? The cheat, be out sucking dick and getting fucked, and then come back to the house and kiss your man and kiss the baby and shit, and come back like you're a regular, like you got a good happy family, and you out here being a whore. You know what type of woman you gotta be? Like, that's the lowest type of woman, you know? Like, like my baby mother will never have respect for me. She lost that shit for life. I know she knows too. She lost that respect for life. That's one of the real reasons why she's always stayed away since then. Because she already knows. I know she feels stupid as shit. Like, you did all of this shit. You made me win a game. You made me win a game that I didn't even know I was playing. You did all of this shit. All of this shit to try to control me. And to still have me but not respect me and treat me right. To fuck around and lose me all together. Lose your whole fucking family. And never have a chance with me again. And now you gotta live the rest of your life with a kid, with a person that don't even fucking respect you. Bitch. You stupid as shit. And all those people that you thought that was fucking with you and shit, that relationship you thought, that shit ain't even work out, bitch. Everybody know you a hoe. You know, and you always gonna be a hoe. God purposely, universe purposely allowed for me just to have a boy with you, and not anything more. The universe said, I'm not gonna you think I'm gonna allow this woman to have a girl with you? Hell no. Hell no. The universe wasn't gonna allow for me to have a girl with that. The universe said, nope. The universe loved me way too much to allow for me to have a daughter with a hoe, so then my daughter can take on those ways. The universe wouldn't allow for me to have a great girl in the world like that. Nope. He said, I'm gonna give you a boy. You know? So even with her ways and stuff, regardless, that's not gonna affect him. And it's gonna be counterattacked because off of him seeing how his mom is, my son is gonna see how I dealt with her ass. So he's gonna deal with a woman like that the exact same. You know? The exact same way. She out here fucking lying to people and shit for places to live and shit, and to still keep trying to have no dirt on her name when she did all the fuck shit and more. Everything I thought you did that and more. You know? I'm never gonna let you live it down. I'm never gonna forgive you. You feel me? I'm just waiting. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just waiting to disrespect you for real. I can't wait to disrespect you. You know what I mean? Because I want my son to know in every way, like, son, I know this is your mom, but this is how you deal with cheaters. This is how you deal with hoes. You don't respect them. You stay out their way. You don't trust them. You don't trust them with your money. You don't trust them with nothing. You keep them at an arm's distance. You know? You definitely don't get a relationship with them. You definitely don't have a kid with them. My son gonna know. He's gonna be like, damn, you got a kid one. I'm a special baby. I'm be like, yeah, you're a special baby because you came off of my love. You know? You came off of a genuine love. When I put my semen came in your mom, like that was from a standpoint of me really loving on her while she was just disrespecting me. But I was really caring with a good heart. With a good heart. Hello. How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm alright. Weather is wishy-washy, but I'm alright.
Yeah.
Really like the wind. It's like the wind chill. It's like the breeze. When the breeze comes with it, that's when you
Yeah. Keep your breath on it.
Yeah.
Well, we had the heat on last night. Well, it's kind of nice though, because it's, you're getting in the middle of November.
Yeah, right?
You're gonna be grateful.
You know what I'm saying? For real, it could be worse. This is how it's supposed to usually be around this time, right?
Yeah.
And when you got your lip here,
Yeah.
did you get it with the with the gun or did you get it with the needle?
No, dude, don't do the gun.
Yeah, somebody told me.
Yeah, it'll get infected. It's not supposed to be like that. They gotta use a piece of cork or like rubber and then like that hollow needle.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I cause I have. Oh, my fault.
I don't want to get on your phone.
I appreciate that. I got my nose pierced now for like I think like six months now.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure what to get first, and people was telling me I got it with the needle thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
But like a couple places, I'm like, if you can't get it with the gun and that's not good, why are they still allowed to do that? That should be illegal.
I'm gonna be honest.
You know, someone don't know.
When I was like 16, my mom and her friend worked at a beauty salon, and they talked me into piercing my belly button with a gun. And it was not, cause I didn't even want that piercing back then even.
Right.
Like, you know, we like smoked and stuff.
You're just young, you like the first piercing,
Yeah, they're like, come on, you know, and what happens is the skin swells all around, cause they pierce with a stud.
And so it doesn't bruise it, like it's not like with pressure.
Yeah, so when you do it with the needle and you put a hoop through, it allows for the swelling and to come back down, there's a whole part to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, So anyway, I mean, it's still there. Like I can still put a ring in it if I want, but it's not right. It's not like, I don't know. So so from personal experience, the guns for ears only.
I didn't know. I had my cartilage when I was like around that age, like younger, 16. And when I got my cartilage, I got it with the gun.
Yeah.
And I had a keloid.
Oh yeah.
It went down now, but it's like same. It's like very little, but you can still tell like, that was pierced wrong one time, so like 15 years ago, you know?
So my son's 18 and he talks about getting his ears done. I was like, we're going to a shop. You're getting the needle and we're not taking you to Claire's. You know what I'm saying?
Right. For real.
Yeah. You know, it's called bod mod for a reason. Like you need, people have been doing this for centuries and they knew what they were doing. I don't know.
You like tats?
Yeah. I don't have a lot, but I started having kids and so that went downhill.
Right.
And one of the girls that works there, that's what my mom says, and she's like 21, so I was like, but all my money goes to you guys. I don't have money for tattoos.
Yeah, like I love tattoos, they're expensive as shit. And it's like some people, I mean, you're very lucky if you know someone that's just nice, you know what I mean? They know what they're doing, but for the most part, it's like you'd rather wait and get a nice tattoo of someone that knows what they're doing than to pay for because it's gonna be on your body for the rest of your life. But they are expensive as shit.
And it's kind of seen now. Like it used to be, you just you went out and you got something you like. Now it's like everybody has this whole big long story. I just want to be like, hey man, that's nice. I don't need to hear
not everything needs to be so deep.
We don't gotta wax philosophical about it.
Look at this.
Thank you so much, man.
You're welcome.
You have a good day.
Are you also? You
too.
Nah, for real. That's real, man. Man, I love your hoodie. Man, that is so nice. Your sweater? It's a nice sweater, man.
Yeah, it's cold up.
Yeah, no, it is. It's crazy. Like it was just like 80 degrees yesterday, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on?
I got this.
The breeze makes it worse. Oh, yeah. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your day also. Oh man. Can't gear it off. Alright, y'all. Yeah, my fault and shit. See, I got a tear on my face and shit. Ain't it crazy? All the stuff that shows proof of what we're living in or what we should be doing, all that stuff that people ignore. All that stuff people ignore. It's so cold, I think my black amount fell out of my thing. I don't even know. I don't even know, y'all. I'm kind of having an anxiety attack. Hold up. I gotta get it. So fucking cold, I can't even think. There it goes. It's right here. Alright, y'all. So another thing. You think this cold weather normal, y'all? You think this cold weather normal? You know? A lot of us think this cold weather is normal, and it's not. I had niggas try to fight me in my sleep recently. I try to fight me in my sleep. Cops harassed me in the middle of the night. Walked in the middle of the night, like 3 in the morning, 3 in the rising. My nigga is, I'm gonna keep talking about the stuff that they don't want me to talk about and that they want to try to ignore, but everyone knows it's happening. So as these consequences come about, I don't want to hear nobody crying or saying sorry or none of that shit. Because all this shit that, and even before I became aware, think about all the destruction and stuff that I dealt with, me not being aware, that I'm aware of now. But like, as I was going through it when I wasn't aware, what I'm trying to say, like, think about that. Think about every black man going through this. Think about that. Back to what I was saying though and everything. Yeah, y'all. Don't ever try to love a hoe. That's the worst thing you can do, you know? But never try to love a hoe. But I'm gonna tell you some game though. Never try to love a hoe. But if you're a hoe and it's a nigga that really loves you, stop being a hoe. That was your cue right there to stop being a hoe. But a lot of times when y'all hoes, it shows you how much being a hoe, it's trauma. Because a lot of these hoes will already know that they a hoe and know that this nigga don't know that they a hoe. Or he can feel it and they're still trying to hide it. But fuck trying to hide it, instead of them just changing up or being straight up with the man and telling him like, you know, from now on, meet me, then you just showed me that I don't need to be like this no more. I just want to be straight up with you because I don't want you to find out in any shape, way, or form about my past and take it like I'm lying to you. Like, y'all women can't even do that. You know? Even in a situation like that, a nigga be like, damn, but you know, a nigga got an ultimatum, he'd be like, damn, this is this, but how much women even be straight up about this? Like, you didn't let me find out at all. You was honest with me. You telling me you willing to do whatever to get it to change so I can be in your life. Like, that's the hardest thing for you hoes to do. It's like y'all just be on manipulation time and end all be all, add him to my roster while I'm having as long as I can, milk him for whatever I can, drain him of his energy, love bomb him, and get whatever I can out of him. And the moment he starts seeing me for how I really am, I'm already looking for a replacement anyway. So when he does, I'm already gonna be gone and already gone to do the next shit to the next man, and then leave him in a way of hoping that he's still with me, that maybe I could possibly come back and do more damage or get more out of him, whatever that would be and shit. Like y'all females is wild. I know y'all like the back of my hand, like all y'all Lord games and all that shit. It's like that woman is wild. But now I'm glad that, matter of fact, I'm glad yo said that. Darius Gillis, I'm glad you said that, though, because women can be bums too. Nobody looks at a woman like a bum, though. You know what I mean? Nobody be telling women to go get a job. But nigga be waiting on 5 to 10 jobs and don't have a job, or have one job looking for another job, and motherfuckers is telling him go get a job. You know? Whole time you got this bitch. Majority. I'm not gonna say females are wrong for not working. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say females are wrong for not knowing their parts. Cause a man will have them laid up. But you know, a lot of women chase stability, right? Like, and that's all they care about, right? For how they hot from dick to dick and pussy. Like they'll be like that. They'll have it. And then the only thing that they need to do is sit down, and they can't even do that. You know what I mean? So that ain't even the answer for it. Like, they'll have the stability, have the home, have all of what they really want, or what they willing to leave the next man for if he didn't have all the way in order, and then fuck around and do the same thing to that man, or even worse. So that lets you know, like, it's just that don't matter what these females. It's like a lot of men know that these females reach from man to man to get higher and higher status. So they reach for a nigga with the Honda, they reach for a nigga with the Corvette, then they reach from that nigga with the Corvette to the nigga with the Ferrari, then they reach for the nigga with the Ferrari with the nigga with the Rolls Royce. Like, they're always looking for the next best thing, and they're willing to do whatever to get that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever lies, it's there's no amount. You know, like, they have no integrity, no respect for themselves or the person that they're messing with. You know. And when y'all really see them like that, you know, it's like, I don't even care how fat their butt is or what they look like, how good they suck dick. That should be disgusting. And that's when you get to a level of really loving on yourself where you're untouchable. Whereas don't matter what a female has to offer you sexually, if she's not right within herself, meaning even caring for herself properly, she won't be anything to you, you know? And she'll have to go to the next man or settle, go right back to her ex with that low vibrational energy and stay there and be stuck, you know? That's her choice. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm just standing on big business. Like, my son gonna know. My son gonna know. We don't mess with no hoes. My son gonna be like, Mommy, I don't mess with hoes. You know? He not gonna say it to her, but in his mind, he gonna know. Like, if I see a female like my mom, oh yeah, leave her ass in the dust. It's not even worth it. Cause you years of pain, fuck up your life. It's not even worth it. But that was my worst. That was my worst fear, y'all. That's the reason why it changed me entirely. That was my worst fear growing up. I always said, man, I feel like that's a lot of men's worst fear, but they won't say it. But them getting cheated on and their women being a hoe and other niggas like laughing about it and shit, even her. Like my baby mother did me wrong and she was laughing about it while she was hurting me and breaking my heart. Like, that shit was funny to her, y'all. Like, that's how evil that bitch is. That shit was funny. Like, she didn't give a fuck. That's why the same way she didn't give a fuck during that shit is the same way I don't give a fuck about her. In the same way I literally see her in the worst case scenario. I don't give a fuck what that shit is. And if she would be with my son, I swear to God, I would just grab my son, be like, son, let's go. And then I'll leave her. In whatever situation, I wouldn't help her. I would just help my son. Like literally, like if she needed something to eat and I know she's with my son, I know my son ain't ate, I'm gonna get food, make sure my son is good, and I'm gonna stand there and make sure that she don't touch none of his food, to make sure my son eats all his food and she don't get none of it. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I'm on that type of time. Like I don't give a fuck no more, you know? She pushed me to that limit. So I don't even want you no more, so I don't even want to be your friend. We just have a kid, so I don't give a fuck about you. You know? People forget that most people that love the hardest don't make them be enemies to you, because if they become enemies to you, they're gonna hate you. It's gonna be resentment. It's gonna change. Yeah, and for me, it's a really thin line. A lot of people don't know that about me until like they already crossed that line. But I purposely don't let people know that because I want to see what you're on. Genuinely, I don't want you to know and then be on some fuck shit and then try to play me. No, I'm gonna let you do exactly what you think you're gonna do, and I'm gonna handle you accordingly, and I'm gonna punch ass across the whole fucking field. Fuck you mean, like, bitch. Wild as shit. You don't play that shit. Man, shout out to all the weather anomalies. Shout out to all the weather anomalies. Shout out everybody that's speaking on truth, however so, on the internet, in person, amongst this shit shut down. Because it takes strength to do that while you're playing the game, or if you're not playing the game at all. Either or. It takes a lot of strength to speak up on what we're living in, what's taking place on the planet. That's inevitable. While a lot of people are trying to ignore it and have cognitive dissonance, hoping that it'll stop. You know what I'm saying? That shows their psychological state, though. How unaware they are about something that they should be aware of. Because something that's going to happen regardless, you should be aware of. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what it is. Like, if it's something that you can't change, it's better you be aware of it than not be aware of it and then have to deal with it in the last moment. You would be like, damn, I should have been able to prepare. You know? So we almost, I'm not even gonna say that I ain't gonna say that no more. We ain't almost home. We are home. We are home. We home. The rest just catching up to everybody. We home. You know, if the government crashing in lets you know that you probably the money gonna be gone and you're not gonna be able to use the money, you still gonna be thinking the system the same. Some of y'all or that program, literally. Like, the money's gonna be gone and y'all gonna be like, the government, what do we do? What do we do? Y'all gonna be like that and shit. But yeah, y'all, this is just a live to let y'all know. You just stay in y'all energy. Don't allow for no hoe or no man that's over sexually active to be in your life. You can say whatever the fuck you want, but you ain't gonna be under my arms. I'm not gonna be loving on you being a hoe. I'm at a point now, my intuition is so strong. I'm gonna tell y'all how strong my intuition is. I know like everything, but I'm gonna tell y'all. And I know she's like, damn, how do you know everything? How do you know everything? It's why you don't fucking play around with people, because you don't know people's spiritual ranking. You shouldn't be on that shit anyway. Not towards me or towards your fucking self, stupid clown, dummy. You fucking retarded. You know. One main reason why I don't want your ass, and I'm committed to making sure I'm keeping your ass far away, is because you're stupid. You're dumb as shit. I don't want no dumbass female. I want a female that uses her mind and re-recordedly. You're fucking retarded. Fucking airhead. I got this song where I'm calling you an airhead at the beginning of it, and then the song changed to my love for Zion. You know what I'm saying? But you an airhead though. Ain't nothing in that bitch will probably come. You know. Now I know a lot of times why whenever you would come to the house, a lot of times you didn't want to kiss, you know? because you was just sucking dick. You probably, I'm pretty sure you probably, it's crazy as shit, but I'm pretty sure you probably kissed me when you suck. Because I have me thinking about it so much times where like you try to put away and it was like no reason for it. Whereas like me looking back, it's because you was just cheating or you just came back from cheating and shit. You come back and get in the shower and shit, all this shit, like you're caught up. You can't even defend yourself. And I know you can't defend yourself either. That's why you just sitting looking stupid, just staying where your dumb ass is at and trying to just manipulate whoever else, continue doing your whole shit to someone that doesn't know how you are, you know? But now you stuck with babies, you know, legal issues, fucking people that don't really love you, that already know you're a hoe, even if you think that they don't know you're a hoe. And you think you're just fulfilling yourself, but you're lowering yourself more, catching more bodies, losing more value, having more DNA stuck in you, you know? No matter how much dicks you suck or how much niggas you fuck, you're not hurting me no more, because I already know you a hoe. I don't see you anything more as I expect you to do that, you know? I'm always gonna look at you like that because that's how I met you, that's what I know you like. So you're always gonna be like that to me. You lost all my respect. I don't got no respect for your dumb ass, you know? That's why when I see you in court, you see I didn't even look at you. As soon as I even seen you the first time in 5 years, what I do, I went completely to the whole other side of the outside court as if like I didn't even have court in this part. Like my courtroom wasn't there. That's how far I wanted to sit away from you. I didn't want none of that energy to connect to me. I felt all that energy from other niggas that mess with you and women, your threesomes and shit. That shit is disgusting. I don't want none of that shit. You ain't giving me no STDs, none of that shit. You're gonna stay your dirty ass exactly where you are, no matter what the fuck you do. And that's just that, bitch. You thought I was playing when I told you. I bet you don't think I'm playing now, dumbass. Motherfuckers probably laughing at you too. You already know. Like, bitch, you stupid. You had a nigga that really cared about you for real, and you wanted to continue to still be a hoe. That's why I don't be hearing shit when women be like, "There's no good men out here." A lot of for the good. There are some women that appreciate it though, but a lot of women don't. You know, they'll get a good man, and when they get a good man, you know how they see that good man? They see that good man as a pushover. They see that man as someone they can manipulate because he's being nice, because he really care for them. That's how y'all be treating good men. Y'all be literally trying to change good men like y'all, because y'all don't love yourselves. So y'all project onto us all y'all whole shit to try to make us be insecure and feel as low about ourselves that y'all feel about y'all, even off of y'all mistakes and y'all sexual behavior, activities that y'all already had, you know? And then y'all continue doing the same thing. Y'all gross as shit, man. That's why it's so sad, but by my baby mother, I know how like a lot of y'all women are. None of y'all women can run that type of game on me at all because of my baby mother. And that's real shit. But shout out my Brit though. Shout out my Brit. Hey, today might be her birthday. Shout out my Brit. I miss my Brit so much. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I miss my Brit so much. I just want to give her like a big ass hug and just bite her neck. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she be getting so mad with me, but I got such a playful energy to. That's where you want to be with me. You want to have a play. You want me when I care about you and I love you. I'm in a playful energy, you know. That's how you want to be with me. You want to be in that playful energy with me, because I'm not a bad person, you know. I don't care how much lies you telling me. I'm not a bad person, you know. You're not going to use the chemical imbalance that you gave me off of betraying me and manipulating me and treating me wrong. People seeing that I just didn't put up with your bullshit, bitch. You know, I got tired of putting up with that. I shouldn't even have had to tell you. You should have been doing that shit to start with. Even if I didn't love you, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that was with you that cared for you shouldn't treat like that. You're a bad person. And even if you don't tell me, I know you have trouble looking in the mirror. I can see it in your eyes. I can read it in your energy. You know, I saw it all in your face when I seen you. You look terrible and fat and pregnant. You know, like, look gross. go work out and at least get your body right for yourself, so you can feel better for yourself. In the same way how I'm trying to get my money right so I can get better for myself and the last of this system. You know, get right for yourself, however, you know. You already lost me, but you still got a kid to raise. You know what I'm saying? Or kids. Get yourself right. Stop being a hoe, you know? I know one day you probably want to have a daughter. You want that shit to fall back on your daughter, you know? Y'all can say whatever, I'm struggling financially, but this system ain't even gonna be up how it is by the time my son is a teenager and shit. You know what I'm saying? By the time my son is 10 years old, this shit ain't even gonna be like this. He ain't gonna have the same problems I'm gonna have. This shit is breaking down for him right now. Now let me ask you. I know what I'm gonna steal in my son. Where we going? But let me ask you this: what you gonna steal in your daughter? Huh? What you gonna steal in your daughter? Going forward, where we living, how we going? What you gonna steal in your daughter? What you gonna steal in your kids? That's your future kids that you have, like that you have coming your way. Like what you gonna do with that? You know? You gonna allow for your daughter to be a hoe? You get what I'm saying? That shit is gross. My son ain't gonna be no street nigga. My son gonna have so much knowledge just by seeing any of my videos, how to move in life, really what's what. You know, even with me not even back with him yet. You know what I'm saying? I transmuted everything that you gave to me. You know, and I turned it to power, and I kicked your ass the fuck out. Yeah, you know. All these beautiful women that I'm talking to, even while I'm in my situation that I be meeting and shit, I already know that as soon as I get on my feet, and money isn't everything and it shouldn't be, but I understand that we're in a monetary system. A lot of women don't even understand how this shit really is. You know, really what's the real problems. They just trying to fix the surface problems and just fix their stability, and that's just it. You know. I told y'all I don't gotta look for somebody for stability, because it's like I already been through homeless winters. I fought like the worst of everything. I didn't try to manipulate somebody and play with somebody's heart for a place to live, and it's deception that shouldn't even be on me. I still didn't go like that. I never did that shit. You know, I never would do that shit. I'm not that type of person. You feel me? That's how I know blessings are coming to me, regardless of all the fucking people that act like they don't know what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? It's turning over. You know. It's definitely turning over. Mark my fucking words. You know what I mean? For real, y'all. I almost wish I could skip through time, because there's so much people. I became so aware of everything and what's going on. People are trying to like literally just make me crash out and make me go crazy and make me basically max out because of my intuition for everything and how I know and how I read and see through people. You know, I know y'all know that I got like some superpowers already. Y'all know. I ain't even tell y'all no shit, but I know y'all know. But the real question is, why is y'all fucking playing with me though? That's the real question. That's the real question. Why was y'all even playing with me? You know, that's the real question. That's the real question. About to get on this bus and shit. About to get somewhat more. So they trying to kill niggas, man. That's what I said. They trying to kill niggas. Y'all couldn't go through what I go through. I know a lot of y'all not strong to go through what I'm going through. y'all wouldn't make it. But guess what? Where we going through though, it's gonna be this. Whatever this bus is, if this ain't the bus, I gotta go in there. My hands is too frozen. I can't even feel my hands. I said, man, when you homeless, no, this cold shit is a straight attack. Like if our kids wasn't going through what our kids was going through, it wouldn't even be no cold weather, y'all. It's not even a natural. Shit ain't even natural. Yeah, I gotta go in here. It's too cold. Fuck that. I swear to God, even if I come in, yeah, this person on the same tip, I ain't playing with that shit. This shit's a straight attack. I almost feel like they're trying to turn up the cold weather because they're mad that it's not already as cold as it normally would be in this weather or something. But I know that they don't have all that control over the weather. It's just the damage that's been done and people trying to hold on and shit like that. That's keeping the rest of this little bit of cold weather here. You know? It's just straight abuse, man. It's so cold. It's so cold. I can't even feel my hands, man. I can barely hold this in one of these. Now imagine trying to get a job and doing all this stuff in the cold on foot. Y'all have no idea how hard this shit is. Y'all have no fucking idea, man. I be even hearing people talking about, oh, I was homeless. I was homeless before and da da da. I'm like, man, no, you wasn't. Y'all ain't go through shit. I be hearing the way people just talk about homelessness. I'm like, y'all ain't go through shit. But just the fact that you're talking about it, how you talking about it, I know y'all ain't go through shit. You know?